Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an optimized prospecting message to maximize your response rate. First, I'll give you the 10 rules you absolutely must follow. Then, I'll give you an example of a prospecting message I've created. As far as the common rules are concerned, the first point is personalization. In a world saturated with information and solicitations, a generic message is easily lost in the mass. Take the time to personalize your message to your prospect. Whether it's mentioning something specific to their business, referring to a recent event, or even just using their first name, that personal touch can really make all the difference. It shows that you've done your homework, that you're genuinely interested in him, and that you're not just sending him a copy and paste message. Personalization can greatly increase your chances of getting a positive response. When it comes to message length, in this digital age, attention is a rare commodity. If you send a long paragraph to a stranger, chances are they'll skim over it or ignore it altogether. So remember to be concise, get straight to the point, but make sure your message remains engaging and relevant. Secondly, don't pitch on the first message. Imagine you meet someone for the first time, and they immediately tell you about their product or service without even taking the time to get to know you. It's uncomfortable, isn't it? It's the same with prospecting. Take the time to create a connection before you talk to do. Now let's talk about prompting a response. If you want a response, you have to give a valid reason. Maybe a question that piques curiosity, a free tip, or even an exclusive benefit. Think about what would really interest your prospect. As for spelling or grammatical errors, they may seem harmless, but they can seriously damage your credibility. A well-written message shows that you're attentive and professional. So take a few seconds to proofread or use a spell checker. Then, when you're writing your message, think about your prospect. Don't just talk about yourself or your offer. Show them that you've done your homework, that you understand their needs or challenges. This creates a bond and shows that you're not just there to sell. As for capital letters, they can be useful to emphasize a point, but if you write everything in capital letters, it can come across as shouting, and nobody likes to be shouted at, especially in a professional message. So don't overdo it. Open-ended questions are a great way to start a conversation. They encourage your prospect to share more information and engage in a discussion. Think of questions that can help you better understand your prospect's needs. Emojis, while they can add a personal touch, should be used sparingly. 1 or 2 emojis can make your message friendlier, but too many can make it less professional. Finally, the tone of your message is crucial. Even if you're enthusiastic, avoid being too aggressive. The aim is to establish a relationship of trust and mutual respect. I'm now going to show you an example of a prospecting message I produced. You'll see that the AIDA method can be used in our messages. The AIDA method is a tried and tested method in the world of marketing and communication. It's an acronym that describes the 4 key steps to capturing your audience's attention and prompting them to act. For attention, the first step is to capture your prospect's attention. In a world full of distractions, your message needs to stand out, whether through a catchy headline, a striking image, or an intriguing question. The aim is to make your audience stop and pay attention to what you have to say. I for interest. Once you've got their attention, it's time to pique their interest. D for desire. Once you've piqued their interest, it's time to create desire. Show your audience how your solution can improve their lives. Use testimonials, case studies, or specific benefits to convince them that they need what you have to offer. A for action. Finally, get them to take action. What do you want them to do next? Be clear about the action you want them to take and make it as simple as possible for them. So, I'm now going to show you one of the prospecting messages I made to kill the context of this message. I was prospecting with the aim of proposing to insurance agents of a large French group that I accompany them in setting up the automation of their prospecting. Here's the message. Hello, first name of prospect. As you know, as a general agent with nom de l'entreprise, prospecting is a chore, but essential to generate new customers. And it's a chore because for the past few months, on a personal basis, I've been automating it on LinkedIn, and it's working extremely well. I'm now proposing to set up the same automation for general agents at company name. No more telephone prospecting. This automation of your prospecting via LinkedIn will enable you to have ultra-qualified appointments every month automatically. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a nice day. Maxence. It's clear that I've applied the points I mentioned earlier. The message is personalized as I call him by his first name. I also specify the name of the company he works for. The message isn't too long. I'm interested in him, and I use the AIDA method. Next, I'll show you the follow-up message I'd written. Hello, prospect's name. I deduce that you're already using LinkedIn to find new customers. If not, I'm convinced that my method can help you generate qualified appointments every month, just like your colleagues at company name whom I've coached. Shall we talk? In this campaign, there were only 2 messages. One message plus a follow-up message. In another video, I'll show you the type of sequence I recommend using on Waalaxy. I'm now going to show you the stats I obtained concerning my response rate. As you can see from these 2 messages, my response rate is almost 40%, which is very interesting. You'll be able to get the same statistics if you follow the advice I gave you in the first part. That's it for this video on writing your LinkedIn prospecting message. Don't hesitate to let me know in the comments if you'd like me to give you more examples of prospecting messages. In other cases, for example, a message for a recruiter or a partnership request. See you soon.